Congratulations! You've arrived at the right time, because this word you're hearing isn't by chance. It's a divine encounter prepared especially for you. Today, I, your Heavenly Father, have opened a spiritual window into your life to deliver a warning that will change your financial destiny forever. Don't try to close this video, because if you're here, it's because I chose this day, this time, and this message to let you know something powerful. I'm sending an economic miracle into your life. And if you dare to believe in it, you won't just hear it, you'll see it happen with your own eyes. For a long time, I've seen your heart grow weary of struggling, waiting, and striving without seeing results. I've seen your hidden tears, your sleepless nights, those prayers you said in secret, thinking no one was listening. But I want you to listen carefully to my voice now. I've seen it all and have treasured each of your tears as seeds of faith. Today, I've come to tell you that your moment has come, not by luck, not by chance, but because an order has already been signed in heaven for you, and that order bears your name, your story, your need, but also your reward. I repeat with love and authority, don't close this video, because as you continue listening to this word, my presence will begin to move within you like a living current. And this presence you feel is my spirit confirming that this is no longer just any message. This is a decree. This is a sending. This is a miracle activated. Beloved son, beloved daughter, listen to me carefully. For so long, you've had to survive on the bare minimum. You've had to watch others prosper while you merely endured. You've grown accustomed to counting pennies, planning down to the last penny, living in fear that you won't make it. But no longer, because today a new season is being activated in your life. And this season is called unexpected abundance, heavenly provision, economic miracles. I want you to repeat in your mind, an economic miracle is coming into my life, because the more you believe, the faster it manifests. Don't tune out. Stay until the end, because what you're about to hear will open your eyes and break the mental boundaries that have held you back for years. I am the God who multiplies, who transforms lack into abundance, and who uses the little to show how much I can do. Stop thinking about all that you lack, because I have already prepared what will be left. Stop thinking about your debts, because I have already sent the provision. Don't worry about the how, because I am the how. I am the answer. I am the door. Beloved son, my daughter, I want you to understand something clearly. The economic miracle I am sending into your life does not depend on your effort. It depends on your faith. And today, your faith was seen from above. Your faith touched me, shook the heavens, and for that, I came down with a reward. This miracle doesn't come only with money. It comes with strategy, with divine connections, with new ideas, with doors you couldn't see before, and with rest for your soul. Because I don't just want to change your bank account, I want to restore your confidence, your vision, your peace. You understand what I'm saying? This isn't a message to distract you. It's a spiritual encounter, a living word, a pact I've just activated with you. And if you're feeling your spirit shiver as you listen to this, it's because my spirit is already witnessing within you. I'm already working. I'm already aligning people, situations, and moments that will bring you what you couldn't produce on your own. Don't close this video, because if you do, you might miss the key I'll reveal to you in the next few seconds. Stay tuned, because I haven't shown you the most important thing yet. There's still a revelation I need to give you, and this revelation will be the key that will unlock the miracle that has already come from heaven and is on its way to your home. So take a deep breath, focus your soul, and get ready, because in the next few minutes I'm going to tell you exactly how this economic miracle will activate and why I've chosen you to receive it now. Beloved child, if this word is touching your heart at this very moment, if you feel that this message was prepared especially for you, I want you to publicly declare your faith. Right now in the comments, I receive this economic miracle in the name of Jesus. Because every word you speak with conviction is like a seed planted in the spiritual realm. The angels I have assigned to your provision will take this comment as a sign that your faith is active. And when faith moves, I move. Right now, don't put it off. Beloved son, beloved daughter, listen to me carefully, because I need you to understand something very important. For a long time, you had to survive with the bare minimum. You had to watch others prosper while you barely managed to survive. You became accustomed to counting coins, planning down to the last penny, living with the constant fear that your money wouldn't last the whole month. You know all too well that feeling of opening your wallet and feeling a tightness in your chest. You know what it's like to have to choose between paying a bill or buying something your family needs. You know the pain of seeing an opportunity pass you by because you simply didn't have the money at the time. I've seen it all. I've been there through every difficult moment. I saw you say no to your children because the money wasn't enough. I saw you postpone your dreams once again because your bank account was empty. I saw you look up at the sky and wonder why things were so hard for you while others seemed so easy. I heard every one of those questions. I felt every one of those pains right along with you. But today, I came to tell you something that will change everything. Enough. It's over. It won't be like this anymore. Because today, a new season is being activated in your life. And this season has a name. It's called unexpected abundance. It's called heavenly provision. It's called economic miracles you never imagined possible. I want you to repeat this in your mind right now. An economic miracle is coming into my life. Repeat it again. An economic miracle is coming into my life. Because the more you believe this, the more you declare it, the faster this miracle manifests in your reality. Faith has power. Declaration has power. And today you are activating that power. Don't disconnect now. Don't close this video. Stay until the end, because what you're about to hear will open your eyes in ways you've never experienced before. What I'm going to reveal to you in the next few minutes has the power to break down mental boundaries that have held you back for years, limits that made you believe you'd never escape that situation, limits that convinced you that this was your permanent reality. I am the God who multiplies. I am the God who takes your lack and transforms it into abundance. I am the God who uses the little you have to show you how much I can do. You don't need to have much for me to work in your life. You just need to have faith. You just need to believe that I am capable. So stop thinking about everything you lack. Stop making that mental list of debts and overdue bills. Stop looking at what you don't have. Because while you're looking at what's missing, I've already prepared what's left in your life. While you're counting your debts, I've already sent the provision that will pay each one. While you worry about figuring out how to solve them, I am the how. I am the solution. I am the answer. I am the door that will open. The economic miracle I'm sending into your life doesn't depend on your effort. It doesn't depend on you working more hours. It doesn't depend on you making more sacrifices. It depends on your faith. And today, your faith was seen from above. Your faith touched me. Your faith shook the heavens. And for that, I came down with a reward in my hands. And if there's someone in your life who's also crying out for an economic miracle, someone you know is struggling financially, share this word with them right now. Because when you share a powerful word, you're not only helping another of my children, you're also multiplying your own blessing. I love it when my children become channels of hope for others. This simple act of sharing will activate a principle of multiplication in your life. Click share now. I am the God who multiplies. I am the one who transforms your lack into abundance. I am the one who takes the little you have and uses it to show how much I can do in your life. You need to understand who I am and what I'm capable of doing for you. I don't need much to work miracles. I don't need you to have a large sum of money saved. I don't need your situation to be resolved for me to begin acting. I start right where you are right now. I take your reality, however difficult it may be, and I transform it completely. So stop thinking about everything you lack. Take your mind off that endless list of bills, debts, and needs, because while you're staring into space, I've already prepared what will overflow into your life. While you're counting what you don't have, I've already set aside what will remain. Do you understand what I'm saying? There will be more. It won't just be enough. There will be more. Stop thinking about your debts as if they were bigger than me. Stop looking at those numbers and feeling like there's no way out. Because while you're looking at the size of the problem, I've already sent the provision that will pay every penny owed. The solution has already come from heaven. It's already on its way. You just need to believe. And stop worrying about how this will happen. Stop racking your brains trying to figure out where the money will come from. Stop trying to figure out how it will all work out. Because I am the how. You don't need to figure out the path because I am the path. You don't need to find the solution because I am the solution. You don't need to find the answer because I am the answer. You don't need to look for the door because I am the door. Now listen to me very carefully. The economic miracle I'm sending into your life doesn't depend on your effort. It doesn't depend on you working twice as hard. It doesn't depend on you working more overtime. It doesn't depend on you working yourself to death. It depends on one thing only, your faith. Today, your faith was seen from above. Today, your faith reached me. Today, your faith touched me in such a way that it shook the entire heavens. And when the faith of one of my children shakes the heavens, I descend. I descend with power. I descend with provision. I descend with reward in my hands. And this miracle I'm bringing doesn't come alone. It doesn't come with just money in your account. It comes complete. It comes with strategy. It comes with divine connections. It comes with new ideas that will appear in your mind. It comes with doors you didn't even know existed. It comes with opportunities that were invisible to you until now. But there's more. This miracle also comes with rest for your soul. Because I don't want you to live anxiously. I don't want you to sleep worried every night. I don't want you to wake up in the middle of the night with a heavy heart thinking about bills to pay. I want to give you peace. I want to give you rest. Because understand one thing, I don't just want to change your bank account. That's important. But it's not everything. I want to restore your confidence. I want to restore your vision for the future. I want to restore your inner peace. I want you to dream again. I want you to believe again that good things can happen in your life. Do you understand what I'm saying? This isn't just any message to distract you for a few minutes. This is a living word. This is a powerful word. This is a real spiritual encounter between me and you. This is a pact I've just activated with you right now. And if, as you hear this, your spirit is thrilling, if something within you is confirming that this is true, it's because my spirit is already witnessing within you. I'm already working. At this very moment, I'm already aligning people. I'm already preparing situations. I'm already organizing moments that will bring into your life what you couldn't produce alone. Before I continue, I need you to do something important. Like this video and subscribe to this channel right now. Why do I ask this? Because this small action isn't just a button you press, it's an act of faith. When you like and subscribe, you're saying to heaven, I believe what God is saying, I receive this word, I align myself with this promise. And every time you respond with faith, something accelerates in the heavenly realm. Do it now. Like and subscribe. Beloved son, beloved daughter, listen carefully, because what you are receiving now is not an ordinary message. This is not another motivational video. This is not another nice speech to cheer you up for a few minutes. What is happening right now is a direct spiritual transfer from my heart to your life. I saw everything you went through. I saw every difficult moment. I saw every tear that fell from your face when you were alone in your room. I heard every prayer that fell from your lips when no one else was listening. I heard those prayers you prayed in the early hours of the morning, in desperation, when you didn't even know what to pray for. I was there. I was always there. And today I came to tell you something you need to engrave on your heart. The economic miracle I'm sending into your life is not an illusion. It's not a fantasy. It's not an empty promise that will leave you frustrated later. This miracle is real. It's concrete. It's tangible. You'll be able to touch it. You'll be able to see it with your own eyes. You'll be able to feel it in your life. And this miracle will be activated through 3 spiritual keys that I will reveal to you if you stay tuned until the end of this video. 3 keys, 3 principles, 3 truths that, when understood and applied, will unlock everything that was stuck in your financial life. But before I reveal these keys, I need to remind you who I am, because you have to understand who you're talking to. You have to know where this promise comes from. I am the owner of the gold and silver. I am the owner of everything in this world. All the wealth you see, all the abundance that exists, it all belongs to me. And if everything is mine, I can give it to whomever I want, whenever I want, however I want. I am the one who can open doors where everyone else only sees walls. When people say there's no way out, no solution, I open a path. I create a door. I make an opportunity appear where none existed. Because I don't depend on circumstances. I don't depend on the situation. I create the situation. I am the one who can bring provision in the middle of the desert, when everything around you is dry, when it seems like there's nowhere to come from, when you look and see no possibility. I make water spring up in the desert. I make food appear where there was nothing, because I am the God of the impossible. I am the God who does what no one expects. And if necessary, I can rain bread from the sky just to prove to you that I am faithful. Just to show you that my promises come true. Just to demonstrate to you that when I speak, it happens. I've done this before. I've proven my faithfulness thousands of times throughout history, and I'll prove it again in your life. So stop looking at your limitations now. Stop focusing on what you don't have. Stop looking at your empty bank account. Stop looking at your qualifications that you think aren't enough. Stop looking at your age as if it's past its prime. Stop looking at your current situation as if it were permanent. Take your eyes off all this and look at me. Because I am your source. I am your provision. And my source never runs dry. My provision never ends. I am inexhaustible. I am infinite. And when you are connected to me, when you depend on me, you have access to resources that cannot be measured. You have access to a provision that knows no end. It doesn't matter how big your need is. It doesn't matter how big your debt is. It doesn't matter how many bills you have to pay. Because my ability to provide is greater than any need you may have. My abundance is greater than any lack you may be experiencing. My power is greater than any problem you may be facing. So today, in this moment, I want you to make a decision in your heart. The decision to stop trusting only what you see. The decision to stop relying solely on your own resources. The decision to stop thinking everything depends on you and start trusting me. Start depending on me. Start looking to me as your true source of provision. Because when you do, when you truly understand that I am your source, everything changes. Your perspective shifts. Your faith grows. Your hope is renewed. And the miracle you've been waiting for begins to manifest. Now I need you to stop looking at your limitations. Stop focusing on what you lack. Stop opening your wallet and staring into space. Stop looking at those unpaid bills. Stop looking at the overdue bills. Stop looking at the seemingly endless list of debts. I know these things are there. I know they're real. I'm not asking you to pretend they don't exist, but I am asking you to stop giving them all your attention. Because while you're only focusing on the problem, you can't see the solution I've already prepared. Look to me. Take your eyes off your circumstances and put your eyes on me. For I am your source, I am your provision, and I am inexhaustible. I never run out, I never fail. I never let those who trust in me go without. Today, you need to make a decision, a conscious decision, a firm decision, the decision to believe beyond what you see, the decision to believe even when everything around you tells you otherwise, the decision to have faith even when your natural eyes aren't seeing any change yet, because that's exactly where the true miracle begins. The miracle doesn't begin when everything is already resolved. The miracle doesn't begin when you already have the money in your account. The miracle doesn't begin when the doors are already open. The miracle begins when you dare to believe while everything still seems impossible. When you dare to believe when everything outside is screaming that it won't work. It is in this moment of faith against the evidence that heaven moves. It is in this moment that the power of God is released. It is in this instant that the impossible becomes possible. Because your faith is what activates my power in your life, and I need to reveal something to you that's happening right now. As you're listening to this word, something is moving in the spiritual world. You can't see it with your physical eyes, but in the spiritual realm, there's intense movement happening because of you. The angels I have specifically assigned to oversee your provision are already on the move. They have received their orders. They already know what they need to do. And they are already working to bring you what I have ordained for you to receive. There are invisible hands right now organizing situations in your favor. Doors are being prepared to open at the right time. People are being touched in their hearts to help you. Opportunities are being aligned to appear in your path. Resources are being released to reach you. All of this is happening now. All of this is being prepared. You don't see it, but it's happening. And it will all arrive at the perfect time. It won't be delayed. It won't fail. It will arrive exactly when you need it most. That's why I tell you, don't rush, don't despair, don't lose faith when you don't see things happening as quickly as you'd like, because I know the right time, I know the exact moment. And when that moment comes, you'll see clearly that it was worth the wait, worth the trust, worth the belief. Now I want you to do something powerful. I want you to leave a prophetic sign of your faith. Listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. There is a number that has a very special meaning in Scripture, a number that represents fullness, a number that represents divine perfection, a number that represents complete fulfillment. This number is 7 repeated 4 times. Now write the number 7777 in the comments. This prophetic act will act as a seal on your life. When you write 7777, you are declaring something very powerful in the spiritual realm. You are saying, God's fullness is manifested in my finances now. The complete cycle of blessing begins today in my life. Divine perfection reaches my finances at this moment. Now I'm going to reveal something very important to you. I'm going to show you how you can attract this economic miracle into your life through a simple yet extremely powerful action. An action anyone can do. An action that costs nothing but has tremendous spiritual power. But before I fully reveal this strategy to you, I need you to do something important right now. I need you to demonstrate your faith through a concrete gesture, because faith isn't just believing in your heart. True faith also manifests itself in actions. True faith moves. True faith acts. You need to understand a very important spiritual principle. When you perform small actions in obedience to my voice, you're not just doing someone a favor. You're not just helping a cause. You're activating something in the spiritual realm. You're sending out a signal of faith that rises to heaven and produces results in your life. This small action I'm going to ask of you not only blesses this work that is bringing my voice to thousands of people around the world, this small action also activates a signal of faith within you. It's as if you're flipping a spiritual switch. It's as if you're opening a channel for the supernatural to flow. And here's another principle you need to understand. Every time you respond to my voice with an action of faith, something accelerates in heaven. Every time you obey an instruction from me, no matter how simple it seems, you are moving spiritual forces. You are releasing angels. You are breaking down barriers. You are opening doors. That's why I ask you to act. It's not a whim. It's not a test. It's a principle of the kingdom. Obedience activates blessings. Action triggers results. The movement of your faith generates movement in heaven. And now I want to ask you a question. Do you know anyone who's also struggling financially? Do you know anyone who's in the same struggle you were? Someone who's counting pennies? Someone who's losing sleep over debt? Someone who feels that tightness in their chest every time they look at their bank account? I'm sure you know someone like this. It could be a family member. It could be a close friend. It could be a co-worker. It could be someone from your church. It could even be that neighbor you know who's struggling. Now think about this person. Visualize their face. Remember the suffering they're going through. Remember that they're fighting alone. Remember that they might be about to give up. They might think there's no way out. They might think God has forgotten them. This word is too powerful to be left to you alone. There are people on the brink of financial collapse right now. There are people about to give up on everything. There are people at their limit, and you can be the instrument I use to reach them. Share this video with that person right now. Send it to her via WhatsApp. Send it via Facebook. Send it via Instagram. It doesn't matter how. The important thing is that you are the channel that brings hope to that life. Because when you share a word of power like this, you're not just sending a video, you're being a divine messenger. You're being an angel in human form carrying a message of hope. You're being used by me to change someone's destiny. And I want you to know something very important. When you bless someone like this, when you become a channel of blessing for someone else, something powerful happens in your own life. By this act of sharing, I will multiply your blessing. It's a principle of my kingdom. The more you give, the more you receive. The more you bless, the more you are blessed. The more you sow into the lives of others, the more you reap into your own. That's how it works in my kingdom. When you do this, when you click the share button, you will be activating a principle of multiplication in your life. You will be sowing seeds for eternity, and this seed will produce abundant fruit in your own finances. Click share now. I need you to understand something very important about me. I don't just talk. I don't just spout words. I don't make empty promises. Every word that comes out of my mouth has a specific purpose. Every word I speak carries power. Every word I speak produces results. When I speak, things happen. When I decree, reality moves. When I command, the impossible becomes possible. My word is not like the word of men, which can fail. My word does not return to me void. It always accomplishes what I sent it to do. And this word you're hearing now, this word that's entering your heart right now, is no different. This word has power. This word has life. This word will bear fruit in your life. You can be absolutely certain of that. Do you know what this word is? This word is like a seed of abundance that I'm planting in your heart right now. And just as every seed planted in good soil grows and bears fruit, this word will also grow within you. It will take root. It will develop. And very soon you will see its fruit appear in your life. You'll look at your financial situation and see changes happening. You'll see doors opening. You'll see opportunities appearing. You'll see provision coming from places you never imagined. And you'll know that it all started here. It all began this moment you received this word with faith. And I want you to know something else. I'm closer to you than you think. You think you're alone, but you're not. You think no one sees you, but I see you. You think no one cares, but I do. I'm here, I'm right beside you, I'm closer than your own breath, I'm walking with you. Every step you take, I take with you. Every path you take, I walk by your side. I won't let you walk alone. I won't abandon you in your difficulties. I'm present in every moment of your life. And you know what else I'm doing? I'm guiding your every step. I'm directing your path. I'm opening the right doors and closing the wrong ones. I'm putting you in the right place, at the right time, with the right people, because I know the path you need to take to get where I want to take you. I'm also watching over every decision you make. I'm protecting you from bad choices. I'm warning you when the path isn't safe. I'm showing you where to go, because I care about every detail of your life. Nothing is too small for my attention. Nothing is too insignificant for my care. And you know what I'm doing now? Now I'm releasing the support you've been waiting for, that reassurance you needed, that help you've been asking for, that strength you've been crying out for. I'm releasing it all over you now. But I need you to understand something fundamental about your identity. You weren't born to simply survive. You weren't created to live counting pennies. You weren't made to live in fear of lack. You weren't designed to always be strapped. You were born for so much more than this. You were born to reflect my glory. You were born to show the world who I am through your life. And part of reflecting my glory is living in the abundance I promised you. I want the world to see you thriving and ask, how did that person do it? I want people to look at your transformed life and recognize that it was my power at work. I want to use your story of financial victory to give hope to others who are in the same struggle you were. This abundance I'm bringing into your life isn't just for you to spend on yourself. This abundance has a greater purpose. It's for you to be a blessing. It's for you to be able to help others. It's for you to sow seeds into lives. It's for you to lift up those who have fallen. It's for you to be a channel of my love and provision. Now I need to know something. If you are receiving revelation through this word, if something within you is awakening, then confirm your faith with a simple action. Like and subscribe to this channel now, because I need to know who are truly committed. Who are those who not only listen but also act. Likes and subscriptions are like raising your hand at an altar and saying, I am here, Lord. Count me among those who believe. Do it now. I need you to understand something very important about this abundance I'm bringing into your life. This abundance isn't just for you. This abundance isn't just for you to spend on yourself. This abundance isn't just for you to solve your own problems. It has a much greater purpose than that. I am blessing you so that you may become a channel of blessing to others. I am prospering you so that you may help those in need. I am filling your hands so that you may open them and sow into the lives of others, because this is how my kingdom works. I bless so you can bless. I prosper you so you can prosper others. I lift you up so you can lift up those who have fallen. When you understand this, when you understand that the blessing doesn't stop with you but flows through you, everything changes. You'll be able to look at someone in the same situation as you and say, I know what you're going through because I've been there. But I also know that God is faithful because I've seen His faithfulness in my own life. You'll be able to reach out and truly help. You'll be able to be an instrument in God's hands. And you know what else will happen? Your story will become a powerful testimony. When people look at you and see the transformation that has occurred, when they see where you came from and where you've ended up, they will know that God is real. They will know that God still works miracles. They will have hope that if God did it for you, He can do it for them too. Now I'm going to make you a promise. Pay close attention to what I'm about to say, because this is a prophetic word about your life. You won't end this year in scarcity. Did you hear that? You won't end this year the way you are now. You won't reach the end of the year still counting pennies. You won't reach December still struggling financially, because I will move things in your favor. I will move people in your favor. I will move opportunities in your favor. Things that were stagnant will start to move. People you don't even know will appear in your path bringing blessings. Opportunities you never imagined will open before you. I'll allow creative ideas to come to you. Suddenly, you'll have an idea and wonder, where did that come from? It was me giving you a strategy. It was me showing you a path you hadn't seen before. It was me giving you wisdom so you know what to do. I will allow projects that were stalled to come to life. What you started and couldn't continue will gain new life. What seemed dead will be resurrected. Because when I touch something, life returns. I will open unexpected doors. Doors you never knew existed will open before you. You will go to places you couldn't enter before. You will have access to things that were previously impossible for you. And you know why I'm going to do all this? Because you believed. Because you didn't close this video when you could have. Because you chose to stay and listen to what I had to say to you. Because at some point while listening to this word, you said in your heart, "This is for me. I believe this. I receive this." This faith you demonstrated, this willingness to believe, this openness you gave to the supernatural working in your life, all of this moved me. All of this activated spiritual principles. All of this released heaven to act in your favor. Now I need you to receive this word as a living seed. Don't receive it as if it were just information. Don't receive it as if it were just knowledge. Receive it as if it was something alive that will grow within you. Something that will bear real fruit in your life, and you need to get ready. Because in the next few seconds, I'm going to reveal something extremely important to you. I'm going to show you exactly how this economic miracle will manifest in your life. I'm going to explain the signs you'll see before it arrives. I'm going to give you the keys to recognize when it's happening. And more than that, I'll reveal to you how you can accelerate the fulfillment of this promise. How you can make things happen faster. How you can cooperate with what I'm doing to see even faster results in your life. So stay until the end. Don't get distracted now. Don't let anything distract you from what I'm about to tell you, because the best is yet to be revealed. The most important thing is yet to come, and if you miss this part, you'll miss exactly what you need to know to see it all unfold. Don't try to close this video now. I know it's already a few minutes long. I know you might think you've heard enough, but that's not how it works. What I've said so far is important, but what I'll say in the next few minutes is what will make all the difference. Do you know why? Because what you're about to hear will make the difference between two completely different realities in your life. It will make the difference between you living another entire year of financial struggle or you now entering the definitive activation of abundance you've been waiting for. Think about it. Another year counting coins, another year losing sleep over bills, another year watching opportunities pass you by because you don't have the money. Or you can choose now to receive what I'm going to give you and see your life change completely. See abundance manifest, see doors open, see provision arrive. The choice is yours. But to make the right choice, you need to listen to what's coming now. You need to receive the full revelation. You can't stop halfway. You can't give up so close to the end. What you've just heard so far isn't ordinary information. This isn't just any old content you'd find anywhere. What you're receiving is heavenly revelation. It's a word coming straight from the throne of God to your heart. It's a divine strategy being delivered for you to apply in your life. And when you receive revelation of this level, when you receive a word this powerful, there must be a response on your part. You can't just listen and do nothing. You must respond. You must demonstrate that you are receiving. You must demonstrate that you believe. And one of the most powerful ways to respond is through advanced gratitude. Like this video right now, as an act of advanced gratitude. You'll leave this like before you see the miracle with your natural eyes. You'll leave this like while your spiritual eyes are already seeing what's coming. This like is your amen. It's your so be it. It's your confirmation of faith. It's you saying, I believe what God is saying and I give thanks before I even see it happen. Click the like button now, because when you give thanks before you receive, when you celebrate before you see, when you affirm before you have physical proof, you are operating at the highest level of faith. And it's this kind of faith that moves mountains. It's this kind of faith that opens the heavens. It's this kind of faith that makes the impossible possible. I want to speak to you now from the deepest place of my purpose, from the very depths of the plan I have for your life, because I need you to understand something that will completely change the way you see your story. My plan for you was never mediocrity. My plan for you was never misery. My plan for you was never scarcity. This was never part of what I dreamed for your life. It was never part of what I planned for you from the beginning. Do you know when my abundance plan for you began? Before you were born. That's right. Before you took your first breath into this world, I was already preparing things for you. Before you opened your eyes for the first time, I already had a complete plan drawn up. I had already designated provisions for you. I had already set aside specific resources with your name on them. I had already marked doors that would open at the right time. I had already chosen key people who would be part of your destiny. All of this was already prepared before you even existed. But then why did you go through so much trouble? Why did you have to wait so long? Why did it seem like these promises weren't being fulfilled? Let me explain something very important to you that will make you understand everything. Many of the miracles I prepared for you have been waiting. They were there, ready, separated with your name. But they couldn't be released yet. Not because I'd forgotten you. Not because I'd changed my mind. Not because I didn't care, but for a completely different reason. It was necessary to first align your heart. You needed to go through certain things for your heart to be in the right place. For you to learn to truly trust me. For you to learn to depend on me and not on circumstances. For your heart to be ready to receive without turning away from me. It was necessary to develop your character, because I couldn't place abundance in your hands without you having the character to handle it. I couldn't give you vast resources without you knowing how to manage them. I couldn't give you influence without you knowing how to handle them responsibly. And it was necessary to train your faith. Your faith needed to be exercised. It needed to be strengthened. It needed to grow. Because the faith you'll need to sustain what I'm about to give you is greater than the faith you had at the beginning. So I allowed you to go through situations that made your faith grow. I'm not late. Make that clear in your heart. I'm never late. I never miss the timing. I never forget the right moment. I always arrive at the exact moment. And that exact moment is when your soul is finally ready to sustain what you so desire. Because it's not just about receiving. It's about being able to carry what you receive. It's about being able to manage what I place in your hands. It's about being able to keep what I give you. And now you are ready. Now you are prepared. Now your time has come. That's why I came today to tell you on this specific day that the economic miracle is on its way. It's no longer waiting. It's no longer preparation. Now it's manifestation. Now it's fulfillment. Now it's harvest. Now I want to ask you a question. Think for a moment. Who do you know who urgently needs to hear this word? It could be your mother struggling with bills. It could be your brother who lost his job. It could be that friend who's desperate and doesn't know what to do. Share this video with that person right now, because when you bless someone by sharing a powerful word like this, I open a window into your own life. It's a principle of my kingdom that never fails. Give, and it will be given to you. When you give hope, you receive hope multiplied. When you sow blessing, you reap abundant blessing. Don't keep this word to yourself. Grab your phone now and send this video to someone who needs it. Share it now. Today I came to tell you something on this precise day at this precise moment, which is no coincidence. I chose today to tell you that the economic miracle you've been waiting for is on its way. It's no longer distant. It's no longer in the uncertain future. It's coming. It's arriving. It's about to manifest in your life, but I need you to understand something very important. This miracle will not be what you expect. It will not happen the way you imagined. It will not come the way you planned in your head, because what I have prepared for you is much greater than that. It will be greater than you imagined, more complete than you dreamed, more perfect than any expectation your mind could create. Because your mind is limited, your imagination has limits, but my power is limitless. My ability to bless has no boundaries. You were waiting for a blessing of a certain size, but I'm going to give you a greater blessing. You were waiting for one thing to be resolved, but I'm going to resolve several things at once. You were waiting for one door to open, but I'm going to open several doors at once. That's why I need you to stay until the end of this video, because I need to show you how this miracle will manifest. I need to explain the signs you'll see. I need to give you the keys to recognize when it's happening, because if you don't know how to recognize it, you might miss it. And most importantly, I need to reveal to you the attitude that opens the heavenly door for this miracle to enter your life without any resistance. What is the posture of the heart that allows everything to flow perfectly? What is the disposition of the soul that allows the supernatural to operate freely? Because you have the right attitude, you have a position of faith that makes everything easier. You have a way of positioning yourself that removes all obstacles and leaves the path clear for blessing to reach you. And I'll show you exactly what that is. Now let me explain a very important spiritual principle to you. Every time you trust me, you are activating something in the spiritual realm. Every time you choose to believe, even when everything seems impossible, you are releasing power. Every time you maintain faith when all circumstances say otherwise, you are moving heaven. This is an eternal principle of my kingdom, a principle that never changes, a principle that always works. Faith activates the supernatural. Trust releases power. Firm belief opens the floodgates of heaven, because I don't operate by the logic of the world. I don't work with natural methods. I don't limit myself to what is humanly possible. I operate by the faith of my children. I move when I see faith. I act when I perceive genuine trust. The world says you need to see it to believe it. But I say you need to believe it to see it. The world says you need proof first, but I say your faith is the proof. The world says you need to understand how it will happen, but I say you just need to trust that it will happen. And you've demonstrated this faith. You've demonstrated this trust. You've made it this far in this video because something inside you believes. Something in your spirit tells you this is real. Something in your soul confirms that this word is for you. Now, if you want this word of power to continue coming into your life every day, if you want me to continue speaking to you through this channel, then you need to subscribe right now. This is no ordinary channel. This is an altar where I'm releasing fresh words, prophetic words, words specific to your time. Tomorrow there will be another important revelation. The day after tomorrow there will be another powerful word. But if you're not subscribed, you'll miss it. And I don't want you to miss any words I've prepared for you. I don't want you to miss out on the upcoming revelations. I don't want you to miss out on the next instructions I'm going to give you. So, subscribe to this channel right now. Because what you're getting here isn't just any content. It's not entertainment. It's not casual information. It's divine guidance. It's heavenly strategy. It's wisdom from above, and you need it every day of your life. I need you to understand how I operate. I don't work by the logic of the world. I don't move by natural methods. I don't follow the rules of the human system. I operate by the faith of my children. It is faith that moves my hand. It is trust that unleashes my power, and you've demonstrated that faith. Even when things were hard, even when things weren't going right, even when you felt weak and powerless, you kept believing. You didn't give up on me completely. I know there were times when you felt defeated. Times when you thought you couldn't do it. Times when you thought about giving up. I saw you look at your situation and think there was no way out. I saw you feel exhaustion and almost lose hope. I saw every time you tried something and it didn't work. Every time you tried hard and the results didn't come. Every time you invested energy and it seemed like it was all for nothing. I saw the frustration building inside you. I saw the discouragement trying to overwhelm you. But I also saw something else. I saw that through it all, you didn't completely let go of my hand. You didn't completely turn your back on me. You didn't completely close your heart. Something inside you kept believing. Some spark of faith kept burning even in the midst of the storm. And you know what that does? It pleases me. It touches my heart, because I'm not looking for perfect people. I'm not looking for those who have never fallen. I'm not looking for those who have never doubted. I'm looking for those who remain, those who continue, those who don't give up completely. That's why I came to visit you today with this living word. That's why I chose this moment to speak to you. That's why I prepared this message especially for your heart. Because you deserve to hear what I have to say. And here's something very important you need to understand. It's not about how many times you fell. It's not about how many mistakes you made. It's not about how many times you failed. What matters is how many times you looked up to me, how many times you came back to me, how many times you chose to keep believing. Every time you lifted your head and looked to the sky, even though you had no strength. Every time you whispered a prayer, even though you thought I wasn't listening. Every time you tried to trust one more time, even though your heart was broken. I saw all of this. I kept all of this. I counted all of this. And now, because you believed, because you remained, because you didn't completely give up on me, I am commanding the atmosphere of the economy of your home to change. I am decreeing a complete transformation. I am activating a new season in your life. The time of closed skies is over. The time of drought is over. The time of scarcity has come to an end. Today, a new chapter in your story begins. A chapter where abundance will be part of your testimony. A chapter where you will be able to tell how God changed everything. And this provision that is coming will not depend on the human system. It will not depend on the country's economy. It will not depend on your current job. It will not depend on the circumstances around you. It will depend on my eternal resources. Resources that never run out. Resources that never fail. Resources that are never affected by the world's crises. You will experience a supernatural provision. A provision that makes no sense in natural logic. A provision that people will look at and not be able to explain. And you will know it was me. You will be certain it was my hand at work. You will be able to testify with conviction that God is real and that He fulfills His promises. This is your moment. This is your hour. This is your time to reap all that you've sown with your tears, your prayers, and your persistent faith. Prepare yourself, because what's coming is greater than you can imagine. Now I'm going to reveal a very important divine instruction to you. Prepare to receive it from where you least expect it. Prepare to be surprised by people you never imagined, because I like to use the unexpected to show you that I'm the one acting. There's someone I've already touched, a specific person I've already prepared. It's a human key I've strategically positioned in your life, someone who will bring you a message, or a resource, or a connection, or an opportunity, and this will transform your finances. When this happens, it won't be a coincidence. It will be fulfillment. Fulfillment of what I'm talking to you about now. And when you see this person appear, when you receive what they bring, you will know in your spirit that it wasn't you who caused it. It wasn't your ability. It wasn't your effort. It was my powerful hand working on your behalf. That's why you need to be alert. You need to keep your spiritual eyes wide open, because I will give you clear signs that the miracle is manifesting. I will give you confirmations you won't be able to deny. I will show you so clearly that you will have no doubt that it is I at work. And the first of these confirmations, the first sign you'll notice, is a supernatural peace. A peace that makes no sense considering the situation you're living in. A peace that will envelop you even in the midst of your current problems. Even with the bills still unpaid, even with the difficulties still present, you'll feel a profound peace. This peace will be my seal upon you. It will be my signature. It will be how I tell you everything is under control. You can rest easy. I'm taking care of everything. And the most interesting thing is that this peace won't come from logic. You won't be able to rationally explain why you're at peace. It won't be because everything has already been resolved. It won't be because the money has already arrived. It won't be because the doors have already opened. Peace will come before all of this. Peace will arrive while things are still in process. And that's exactly what will confirm to you that it's something supernatural. It's something only I can give. This peace will come because my presence will be tangibly upon you. You will be able to feel that I am there. You will be able to realize that you are not alone. You will be able to experience the reality of my company. And when my presence is there, everything changes. The atmosphere changes. The environment changes. Your inner self changes. You'll feel a rest you haven't felt in a long time. That true, deep rest that reaches the soul. It's not just the body resting, it's the soul finding peace. It's the spirit finding security. It's the heart finding confidence. Your soul will calm. That inner turmoil you've been carrying will subside. That whirlwind of worried thoughts will quiet. That constant anxiety that tightened your chest will release, and you'll be able to breathe deeply again. This will be my first confirmation for you. When you begin to feel this inexplicable peace, you will know the process has begun. You will know the miracle is in motion. You will know that everything I have spoken is coming to pass. Don't ignore this sign. Don't underestimate this peace. Don't think it's something small or insignificant. This peace is evidence that I am present. This peace is proof that I am acting. This peace is the assurance that everything will work out. And now that you know this first sign, that you know what to look for, that you understand what's going to happen, I want you to do something powerful. Right now in the comments, the 3 signs are already manifesting in my life. Declare this even without seeing it yet, because faith is the conviction of what is not seen. When you write these words, you activate their fulfillment. The heavens respond to declared faith right now. Now you need to be alert. You need to keep your soul's eyes wide open, because what comes next will require spiritual sensitivity. It will require you to pay attention to details. It will require you not to ignore the little things. And here's something very important I need to warn you about. Don't underestimate the small. Don't ignore what seems insignificant. Don't dismiss what seems too simple, because often it's precisely in the small that I hide the most glorious. It's in the simple that I place the most powerful. I like to work this way. I like to use what is despised by human eyes to manifest my glory. I like to take what seems ordinary and transform it into something extraordinary. That's why you can't judge by appearance. You can't judge by packaging. You need to have attentive spiritual eyes. Now, I'll reveal the second sign to you. Pay close attention. You'll receive an inspiration or a persistent thought that you can't ignore. It'll be an idea that will keep hammering away at your head, a thought that will return again and again. And this won't be an ordinary idea. It won't be just another passing thought. This idea will seem simple, but it will be charged with purpose. It will carry spiritual weight. When it comes, you'll feel in your spirit that there's something different there. This idea will be a key. It will be a specific instruction from me to you. And if you obey this instruction, if you act on this idea, it will open doors that were closed. It will release things that were stuck. It will unlock situations that seemed hopeless. So, when this idea comes to you, don't dismiss it. Don't think it's just your imagination. Don't dismiss it as something unimportant. Pay attention. Analyze it carefully. Seek confirmation from me in prayer. And when you're certain, act. Obey. Do what I'm showing you. Now I'll reveal the third and final sign. And this one is very clear. It will be a person. Someone will come into your path in a specific way. Someone will appear with something for you. It could be a word of guidance. It could be an important connection. It could be a business proposal. It could be direct financial resources. This person will be the instrument I use to catalyze your provision, to set in motion everything I've prepared, to be the channel through which the blessing will flow to you. And the most interesting thing is that it could be someone you already know or someone completely new in your life. But you'll know it's me because everything will flow gracefully. It won't be forced. It won't be complicated. There won't be any manipulation involved. There won't be any pressure or coercion. There won't be any chaos or confusion. Everything will happen naturally and smoothly. And together with this person, you will feel three things clearly. First, you will feel peace, a deep peace that this is right. Second, you will have certainty, an inner conviction that this is the path I have prepared. Third, you will feel joy, a joy in your spirit that confirms that everything is aligned. These three things together, peace, certainty, and joy, will be my signature. They will be the way I tell you, go ahead, this is from me, you're on the right path. So now you have all three signs complete. The supernatural peace that surrounds you, the persistent idea or thought that guides you, and the person who appears bringing what you need. Stay alert, because these three things will begin to manifest in your life. And when you see these signs happening, when you recognize each one of them, you will have absolute certainty that everything I've said is true. You will know without a shadow of a doubt that the economic miracle is unfolding. You will be able to witness with conviction that I deliver on my promises. If this revelation of the three signs brought you clarity, if you now understand how to recognize your miracle when it arrives, leave a like. This like is like turning on a light in the darkness. It's you saying, I understand, I received, I am prepared. And when you prepare, I hurry. Click like now. These three signs I just revealed to you, supernatural peace, divine insight, and the right person, receive them into your heart now. Accept them as truth. Believe they are on their way to you. Because they are not theory. They are not just concepts. They are reality that will manifest in your life. And while you wait for these signs to appear, while you wait with faith and action, I need you not to hold back. Don't stop moving spiritually. Don't sit idly by, waiting for everything to fall from the sky without you doing your part. Keep declaring the promises I've given you. Keep speaking out loud about the economic miracle that is coming. Keep affirming that you are blessed, that you are prosperous, that you are provided for by me. Because your words have power, your declarations create an atmosphere, your mouth prophesies your future. Keep believing even when difficult days come. Even when you look at your account and still don't see any change, even when circumstances try to tell you nothing is happening, stay firm in your faith, stay secure in the promise. Stay confident in me, and stay connected to this word. Don't just listen to it once and forget. Come back to this video. Play this message as many times as you feel the need. Every time doubt creeps in, come back here and listen again. Every time discouragement knocks on the door, watch it again. Every time you need to remember what I said, return to this word, because every time you hear this message, you are feeding your faith. You are strengthening your belief. You are renewing your hope. And faith that is constantly fed produces a harvest. Faith that is watered daily grows strong. Faith that is nourished by the word generates powerful results. Now I need to give you two very serious warnings. Two things you cannot allow to happen. Two traps you must avoid at all costs. First warning, don't let doubt steal this word from your heart. Doubt will try to come. It will knock on the door of your mind. It will try to plant questions. It will try to make you think that none of this is real, that it's just an illusion, that you're deceiving yourself. When doubt comes, and it will try to come, you need to banish it immediately. You need to reject these thoughts. You need to declare out loud that you believe, that you receive, that you stand firm in the promise I gave you. Don't give room to doubt. Don't let it take root in your heart. Second warning, don't let the enemy distract you with thoughts of defeat. He will try to put images of failure in your mind. He will try to make you relive your past mistakes. He will try to convince you that you don't deserve it, that you're not capable, that it won't work for you. Reject these thoughts. Reject these lies. Don't accept this narrative of defeat, because you are not defeated. You are not a failure. You are not destined to fail. You are my son. You are my daughter. And I don't raise losers. I raise winners. You need to understand something fundamental about your identity. You weren't born to live as a slave to debt. You weren't created to live trapped in scarcity. You weren't made to live with your head down, ashamed of your financial situation. You were created to reflect my glory, to live with your head held high, to walk with dignity, to have the necessary resources that allow you to fulfill the eternal purpose I placed within you. Because you have a purpose, you have a destiny, you have a calling. And that calling requires provision to be fulfilled. I didn't call you to a mission and leave you without resources. I didn't give you a purpose and abandon you in want. I didn't place a dream in your heart and leave you without the means to achieve it. When I call, I provide. When I send, I sustain. When I command, I empower. So lift your head, straighten your shoulders, look ahead with confidence. Because your economic miracle is coming and nothing will stop it. You need to understand something fundamental about who you are. You were not born to live as a slave. You were not created to live trapped by debt. You were not meant to spend your entire life chained to scarcity. That was never my plan for you. You were created for something much greater. You were made to reflect my glory on this earth, to show the world who I am through your life, to be a living demonstration of my power and goodness, and part of reflecting my glory is living with dignity, provision, and abundance. I want you to live with your head held high, not bowed down by the weight of financial worries, not bowed down by the shame of not being able to pay the bills, but held high, firm, confident, knowing that you are a child of the God who owns everything. And I want you to have the resources you need to fulfill the eternal purpose I've placed within you. Because you have a mission on this earth. You have a specific calling. You have things that only you can do. And to do these things, you need provision. You need resources. You need to be financially free. So today I call you to three things. First, rise up. Rise up from this position of defeat. Rise up from this place of resignation. Rise up from this mindset that things will never change. Rise up with the certainty that your time has come. Second, believe. Believe what I'm telling you. Believe the promise I'm making. Believe the miracle I'm sending. Not with a weak and doubtful faith, but with a strong and convinced faith. A faith that doesn't waver. A faith that doesn't question. A faith that simply trusts. Third, declare. Declare with your mouth what I'm speaking to your heart. Declare that the economic miracle is coming. Declare that abundance is coming. Declare that provision has been released. Because when you declare, you are prophesying. You are creating with your words. You are aligning the natural with the spiritual. And there's a fourth thing: connect. Connect with me through prayer. Connect with this word by listening repeatedly. Connect with others who are also believing. Because connection keeps the flow open. Connection keeps the channel clear. Connection keeps you in the right place to receive. And now I decree upon your life, today I send the economic miracle you've been waiting for. Today I release the provision that was prepared. Today I open the floodgates of heaven upon you. And what I decree, no one can cancel. What I command, no one can reverse. What I establish, no one can undo. Nothing will stop this miracle, not adverse circumstances. Not the current economic situation, not the obstacles that still exist. Nothing and no one will be able to stop what I have determined for you. Because when I speak, it is law. When I command, it happens. When I decree, it is established. So receive it now. Don't wait to feel it. Don't wait to see it. Receive it by faith. Reach out your spiritual hands and receive what I'm placing in them. Open your heart and receive the promise I'm planting there. Open your mind and receive the vision I'm giving you. You are at the precise point where words become miracles. You are at the precise moment where the spiritual becomes natural. You are on the threshold between waiting and manifestation. On one side is the time of outcry. On the other side is the time of harvest. And you are precisely at the doorway between the two. You've come a long way to get here. You walked by faith when you saw nothing. You trusted when everything seemed impossible. You stood by when others gave up, and now you're about to enter into the manifestation of everything you believed. This lesson on spiritual alignment can change the life of someone you love. There are people in your family, at work, or at your church who are blocked, not because they don't want to bless, but because they don't know how to prepare to receive. Share this video now. Be the instrument that breaks through ignorance. When you share, you also declare that you yourself are aligned. You've come a long way to get here. A path where your faith has been tested in every way. A path where you've been tested time and time again. A path that has demanded more from you than you thought you had to give. But I need you to know something very important. Nothing you've experienced has been in vain. Nothing you've been through has been wasted. Nothing you've faced has been without purpose. Everything had meaning. Everything had a reason. Everything was part of the process that brought you here. Every tear you shed I kept. Each one has value before me. None fell to the ground unnoticed. None was ignored. All were gathered like precious seeds that will now produce an abundant harvest in your life. Every night of uncertainty you lay awake, I was there with you. Every late night you stared at the ceiling, unable to sleep because of worries. I was there beside you. You weren't alone in those moments, even when you felt completely abandoned. Every time you lay down with more questions than answers, I heard your questions. Every time you closed your eyes, unsure of what the next day would hold, I was already preparing tomorrow for you. Every time you fell asleep in tears, I was planning your victory. All this was recorded. All this was written down. All this was kept in heaven as a memorial. And now the time of reward has come. The time for you to reap has come. The time for you to receive back multiplied all that you sowed with your tears and your faith. I am your Father, and as a father I have seen everything in secret. I saw you pray in secret. I saw you cry alone. I saw you trust me even when you had no evidence. I saw you continue to believe even when everything said otherwise. And a father who sees in secret rewards in public. The moment for the public has arrived. The time for everyone to see has arrived. The time for your victory to be visible. I will reward you before all those who thought I had forgotten you. Before those who doubted you, before those who thought you couldn't do it. They will see the transformation. They will see the change. They will see the miracle. And they will have to acknowledge that it was my hand at work in your life, that it was my power lifting you up, that it was my faithfulness sustaining you, And I want you to know something else. I never left you. Not a single day. Even when you didn't feel my presence, I was there. Even when you thought I'd abandoned you, I was watching over you. Even when it seemed like I was silent, I was working behind the scenes on your behalf. I was watching every move. I was guiding every step. I was protecting you from things you didn't even know existed. I was closing doors that would harm you and opening doors that would lead you to the right destination. I did all of this without you realizing it. And today, at this moment, I am activating the economic miracle you've been waiting for. It won't just be a transfer of money into your account. It will be much more than that. It will be a complete transformation, both internal and external. You will change inside, and things around you will change too. I will change your mindset, your way of thinking about money, about provision, about abundance. I will change your habits, the things you do with money, the way you manage resources. I will change your relationships, the people you connect with financially, the partnerships you establish. And I will change the way you view provision. You will no longer look to the human system as your source. You will look to me. You will no longer depend on your job as your only security. You will depend on me. You will no longer live on the edge. You will live in abundance. This is a critical moment to seal your spiritual alignment. Write 777 again in the comments. This second time has an even deeper meaning. You declare, I am doubly aligned, my preparation is complete, I am ready to sustain what God will send. May it be recorded in heaven. I need you to understand something very important about this miracle I'm sending you. It's not just a money transfer, it's not just a deposit that will hit your account, and that's it. It's much deeper than that. It's much more complete, it's much more powerful. This miracle is a complete transformation. A transformation that will happen from the inside out. A transformation that will change not only your external reality, but especially your internal reality. Because there's no point in me putting money in your hands if your inner self isn't prepared to handle it. First, I'm going to change your mindset, the way you think about money, the way you view provision, the way you understand abundance. Because you often harbor thoughts of scarcity that attract scarcity. You harbor beliefs of poverty that perpetuate poverty. And this needs to change. I'll put thoughts of abundance in your mind, thoughts of provision, thoughts that you're a child of the owner of everything, that you have a right to your inheritance, that you don't need to live begging when you have a rich father. This mindset shift will completely change the way you handle money. Second, I'm going to change your habits, the way you manage what you have, the way you spend, the way you save, the way you invest, because it's not just receiving that matters, it's knowing how to maintain, it's knowing how to multiply, it's knowing how to manage wisely. I will teach you to be a good steward of the blessings I place in your hands. I will give you wisdom to make sound financial decisions. I will give you discernment to know where to invest and where not to invest. I will give you prudence to not waste what I give you. Third, I'm going to change your relationships. The people you connect with financially, the partnerships you establish, the friendships that influence your financial decisions. Because some people bring you down. Some people make you spend poorly. Some people give you bad advice. I'll connect you with the right people, people who will help you grow, people who will give you wise advice, people who will bless you, not drain you. These divine connections will make all the difference in your financial journey. And fourth, I will change the way you view provision. You will stop looking at your job as your only source. You will stop looking at the government as your savior. You will stop looking at people as your security, and you will start looking at me, because I am your true source. I am the one who provides. I am the one who sustains. And when you truly understand this, you stop living in fear. You stop living in anxiety. You stop living in despair. Because you know you don't depend on circumstances. You depend on me. And there's more. I don't want you to live in fear of tomorrow, with that constant anxiety about the future, with that worry about what will happen in a month, 6 months, or a year. I want to give you complete confidence, an absolute certainty that I am your source that never runs dry. Because my goal isn't just to change your economic situation, it's to change your entire atmosphere. It's to change everything around you. It's to change the way you live, the way you think, the way you feel. I will bring peace where anxiety exists today. That deep peace that transcends all understanding. That tranquility that doesn't depend on circumstances. That serenity that comes from knowing you're in the right hands. I will bring clarity where there is confusion today. You will know what to do. You will know where to go. You will know what decisions to make. Because I will light your path. I will bring purpose where there is despair today. You will understand why you exist. You will discover your mission. You will know why you are here. And this clarity of purpose will give meaning to everything. If you've made it this far and your heart has embraced every word, you're no longer a casual visitor. You're part of this spiritual family. Like and subscribe now. Another powerful word awaits you tomorrow. This channel is your daily source of spiritual nourishment. I want to do something very important in your life right now. I want you to stop living by reaction and start living by vision. Let me explain the difference. Living by reaction is when you only respond to what's happening, when you can only react to problems that arise, when you're constantly putting out fires. But living by vision is completely different. It's when you have a clear picture of the future I've prepared for you. It's when you know where you're going. It's when you walk with purpose, not just surviving day to day. And that's how I want you to live from now on. And this vision you need won't come from men. It won't come from consultants. It won't come from financial gurus. It won't come from economic experts. This vision will come directly from me. Because I know the path you need to follow. I know the doors I need to open. I know the connections I need to make. I am the God who creates paths where none exist. When everyone looks and sees only a wall, I create a door. When everyone says there's no way out, I open a path through the impossible. When human logic says it's over, I make it begin again in a way no one expected. I am the God who opens doors that no one can close. When I decide to open a door for you, no matter who tries to stop it, no matter how many obstacles they put in the way, no matter how many people say it's impossible, if I opened it, it's open. If I determined it, it's determined. And when I decide to bless someone, nothing can stop me. Not your past, not the mistakes you've made, not the failures you've experienced. None of that has the power to stop my blessing when I choose to pour it out on you. Your past does not define your future. Your mistakes do not nullify my purpose. Your failures do not cancel my plan, because I am bigger than all of that. I am bigger than anything that tried to destroy you. I am bigger than any situation that tried to defeat you. And you, yes, you who are listening to me now, you are a candidate for this miracle. Do you know why? Because you remained. In the midst of everything you went through, in the midst of all the difficulties, in the midst of all the challenges, you remained. I know there were many times when you wanted to give up, moments when you considered throwing everything away, moments when you thought it was no longer worth continuing, moments when the desire to give up was greater than the strength to continue. But still, you chose to stay. Even when everything told you to leave, you stayed. Even when it would have been easier to give up, you stayed. Even when everyone around you abandoned their faith, you kept yours alive. You chose to keep believing, not with perfect faith, not with a trust that never wavered, but you kept believing the way you could, with the faith you had, with the strength you had left. And that to me is worth more than anything. You chose to keep waiting, even when the wait seemed endless, even when it seemed like nothing would ever change, even when everyone told you you were wasting your time. You kept waiting for me. You chose to keep walking even with tired feet, even when every step hurt, even when you had no energy left, even when everything inside you screamed to stop. You took another step, and then another, and then another. And I saw every single one of those steps. I saw every time you chose to keep going when it would have been easier to stop. I saw every time you chose to believe when it would have been more logical to doubt. I saw every time you chose to hold on when everyone else told you to give up. And this persistent faith, this trust that never gives up, this hope that never dies, this moves me. This touches my heart. This activates my reward. And so today, I come to reward you. Now I need to explain something very important to you about how this economic miracle will reach you. It won't arrive through normal human means. It won't be through the paths you know. It won't be through the traditional doors you expected. This miracle will come through heavenly strategies, strategies I will design especially for you, paths only I can open, doors only I know, connections only I can make. Because when I decide to bless someone, I use my infinite wisdom to make it happen. And you need to understand the nature of what's coming to you. What's coming isn't temporary help. It's not emergency relief. It's not just a momentary relief to help you pay this month's bills. It's much bigger than that. What's coming is a new level of provision, a new financial threshold, a new dimension of abundance. It's a completely different platform than the one you're on now. And this platform will position you in a whole new way. This platform will position you not only to escape scarcity, that's obvious. You'll escape hardship, you'll escape debt, you'll escape want. But that's not all. This platform will position you to become a blessing to others, because this is the key that many people don't understand. I don't bless you just so you can hoard. I don't prosper you just so you can keep everything for yourself. I don't enrich you just so you can spend it all on yourself. I bless you so you can become a channel of blessing to others. When I make you prosper, when I bring abundance into your life, when I pour resources upon you, there is a greater purpose. The purpose is that you may bless others, that you may help those in need, that you may be an instrument in my hands to reach more lives. I will make you a channel of provision for many. People you don't even know will be blessed through you. People you've never met will be touched by what I'm doing in your life. Lives you can't even imagine will be transformed because of your story. Because when I lift you up, when I prosper you, when I elevate you to another level, people will look at you and ask what happened. They will want to know how it was possible. They will want to understand where this change came from. And then you'll be able to tell. You'll be able to testify. You'll be able to say it was God. That it was His power at work. That it was His faithfulness manifested. And this testimony will give hope to people who are exactly where you were. Your story will become a testimony. What was once pain will become a message of hope. What was once suffering will become proof that God is faithful. What was once struggle will become evidence that trust is worth it. Your process will become a platform. All that difficult time you've been through will become the foundation for you to minister to others. All that difficult experience will become wisdom you can share. All that learning will become teaching that can help many. And your wounds will become open doors. What hurt you will become what qualifies you to help others who are similarly hurt. What wounded you will become your credentials to minister to those who are hurting. What broke you will become what enables you to restore those who are broken. Anticipatory gratitude is one of the most powerful forms of faith. Activate it now. Like this video before you physically see the miracle. This like is your advance gratitude, saying, "Thank you, Father, for though my eyes do not yet see, my spirit has already received." Click now. Now I'm going to reveal something to you that will help you understand a lot. Do you know why there was so much opposition in your life? Do you know why things were so difficult for you? Do you know why it seemed like everything was conspiring against you? Let me explain. The enemy wanted to stop you so forcefully precisely because he knew your potential. He knew what you were capable of. He knew the impact you would make, and he was desperate to stop you before you reached this moment. He knows something you may not yet fully understand. He knows that when you rise in power, when you rise in victory, when you step out of this situation and into the abundance I have prepared, many others will rise too. Your victory won't be yours alone. Your story will inspire others. Your testimony will give courage to others. Your transformation will show others that it's possible. And the enemy knows this. That's why he fought so hard to keep you trapped, to keep you small, to keep you in poverty. But I have news for him. It's too late. His time of trying to stop you is over. You have been sealed by my Spirit. You have been marked by my anointing. You have been set apart for my purpose, and now nothing can stop you. What I'm about to unleash in your life cannot be stopped. What I'm about to release cannot be blocked. What I'm about to manifest cannot be stopped, because when I decree, it's decreed. When I command, it's commanded. When I establish, it's established. Now listen to me very carefully. Pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. I've already confirmed your miracle. In the spiritual realm, it's already signed. It's already sealed. It's already guaranteed. It's no longer a question of if it will happen. It's just a question of when it will manifest in the natural world. I've already activated the angels who will bring the resource to you. They've already received the orders. They already know what to do. They're already in motion. And when my angels move, nothing stops them. Nothing slows them down. Nothing prevents them from fulfilling the mission I gave them. I've already touched the hearts of people who owe you favors, people who will appear in your life bringing opportunities, people who will open doors for you, people who will make important connections. I've already touched them. They just don't yet know they're being moved by me. I've already positioned the circumstances in your favor. I've already organized the situations. I've already aligned the events. I've already prepared the moments. Everything is being placed in the right place so that at the right time, everything will fall into place perfectly in your life. Everything is ready. I've already done my part in the spiritual realm. I've already decreed. I've already ordered. I've already established. Now there's only one thing left. You receive. You accept. You believe that what I've said is true and will come to pass. It's not you who needs to make the miracle happen. It's me who does it. It's not you who needs to move mountains. It's me who moves them. It's not you who needs to open doors. It's me who opens them. You just need to believe and receive. And when this miracle fully manifests in your life, when you're living in the abundance I've prepared for you, you'll look back and understand. You'll understand why the battle was so intense. You'll understand why the opposition was so strong. You'll understand why the process took so long. You'll understand that all of this happened because the enemy knew you wouldn't use this blessing just for yourself. He knew you would become a threat to his kingdom. He knew that through you, many lives would be touched. Many people would be freed. Many captives would be released. Do you know someone who's always complaining about everything, who only sees the negative? This teaching on anticipatory gratitude can transform that person completely. Share it now. When you help someone escape negativity, I break chains in your own life. Now I only ask 3 simple things of you. 3 things you can do. 3 things that will keep the channel open between me and you. First, keep your heart clean. Don't let hurt build up. Don't let bitterness take root. Don't let resentment take up space, because these things block my voice. Second, keep your faith burning. Don't let it fade. Don't let it grow cold. Don't let it die. Nourish it daily. Strengthen it with my word. Keep it alive through prayer and trust in me. Third, keep your ears open to my voice. Don't become spiritually deaf. Don't be too distracted to hear me. Don't be too busy to pay attention. Because I speak to you, I guide you, I direct you, but you need to be listening. And now I need to reveal something very important to you that will make you understand a lot. Many of the financial miracles you haven't seen yet haven't been held back by me. I'm not holding them back. I'm not delaying them. I'm not stopping them. They're ready. They're released. They're on their way. What has often been holding you back isn't me. It's doors you haven't closed. They're holes in your spiritual life through which blessings escape. They're leaks through which provision is lost. And today I need you to identify these doors and close them. There are people in your life who only drain your energy. People who only drain. People who only take and never give anything back. Toxic people who drain you emotionally, spiritually, and even financially. These people are open doors through which blessings flow. There are habits you maintain that are working against you. Bad financial habits, negative thinking habits, destructive behavioral habits. These habits are open doors that block blessings from entering and allow scarcity to persist. There are mindsets you carry that prevent the new from arriving. Poverty mindsets, victim mindsets, defeat mindsets. As long as you maintain these mindsets, you block the new. Because the new doesn't fit into old structures, the new needs new mental space. So today, I want you to do a spiritual cleansing. Just as you clean your house regularly, I want you to cleanse your spiritual atmosphere. I want you to clear out the emotional trash. I want you to remove the spiritual filth. I want you to cleanse whatever is contaminating your environment. Let go of what no longer builds you up. That friendship that only drags you down. That relationship that only harms you. That activity that only wastes your time. That entertainment that only pollutes your mind. Let go. Let go. Don't cling to what doesn't add anything to you. Break the cycles that only hold you back. That cycle of spending more than you earn. That cycle of always being in debt. That cycle of making bad decisions with money. That cycle of trusting the wrong people. Break. Break. Break out of these patterns that only keep you stuck in the same place. Because I'm bringing a new administration into your life. A new way of living, a new way of thinking, a new way of acting. But to receive this new administration, you need space. Emotional space, spiritual space, mental space. The economic miracle I'm about to unleash in your life requires a new structure. Because I don't put new wine into old vessels. I don't pour new blessings into old structures. I don't pour abundance into unprepared vessels. So prepare your vessel. Clean, organize, adjust. What you're receiving here isn't entertainment, it's divine guidance for your life. If you want to continue receiving prophetic words, sign up now. Each day has a specific word waiting for you. Tomorrow, I'll teach you how to multiply what you receive. Sign up now. I'm bringing a new administration into your life, a new way of managing, a new way of organizing, a new way of conducting things. And for this new administration to take hold, you need to create space. You need to make room. You need to make room for the new. Emotional space first. You need to release the negative emotions that take up so much space inside you. The anger you hold, the sadness you harbor, the frustration you carry. All of this takes up emotional space, and I need this free space to bring in new things. Joy, peace, hope, confidence, spiritual space too. You need to remove from your spiritual life everything that isn't of me. Wrong beliefs, false doctrines, empty superstitions, dead religions, everything that only takes up space but doesn't produce life. I need this space to plant truths that will transform you. And mental space. Your mind is too full of worries, full of fears, full of doubts. full of plans that didn't work, full of memories of failures. I need you to empty your mind a little, to clear out the mental clutter, to clear out the thoughts that only pollute, because the economic miracle I'm about to deposit in your life requires a new structure to be received. It doesn't fit into the old structure. It doesn't work with the old mindset. It doesn't operate within the old patterns. It needs something new, something renewed, something transformed. I don't put new wine into old vessels. Do you know why? Because old vessels don't hold up. They crack, they leak, they spoil the new wine. Likewise, I can't put the new blessing I've prepared for you into an old framework of thought and behavior. I do not bless so that it is wasted. I do not pour out provision so that it is lost. I do not give abundance so that it is misused. When I bless so that it multiplies. I bless so that it grows. I bless so that it produces even more. And you're entering a dimension you've never experienced before. A dimension that has a specific name: multiplication. It's no longer just provision. It's no longer just sufficiency. It's no longer just having enough. It's multiplication. It's abundance. It's having more than you need. You'll see with your own eyes how little becomes a lot. That money that seemed insufficient will suddenly cover everything and still have some left over. That resource that seemed small will multiply inexplicably. What you thought wasn't enough will be enough, and there will be plenty. And don't think it's luck. Don't think it's coincidence. Don't think it's just your skill. It's my hand at work. It's my favor upon you. It's the fulfillment of my word in your life. It's the principle of multiplication being activated because you've entered a new dimension with me. What wasn't enough before will start to add up. You'll look at the bill at the end of the month and wonder how it was possible. You'll calculate and it won't add up. Because when I multiply, natural mathematics can't explain it. It's supernatural mathematics. It's the mathematics of the kingdom operating in your life. You'll pay your bills and still have money saved. You'll buy what you need and still be able to help others. You'll invest in what's important and still have some left over for your dreams. Because when I bless, I don't bless with mediocrity. I bless with abundance. Now is the time for you to decree your destiny. Write in the comments with authority, "My economic destiny changed today. I am free from scarcity." Declare this publicly. When you write these words, you are prophesying your own future. The heavens respond to the decrees of faith right now. If right now the words you're hearing are stirring your spirit, if something inside you is vibrating, if you're feeling a deep confirmation, then I want you to take an act of faith right now, not later, not when you have time, now. This is a prophetic act. It's not just an ordinary action. It's an action charged with spiritual significance. It's an action that carries weight in the heavenly realm. It's an action that moves invisible things. And when you act prophetically, you are cooperating with what I am doing. Every word you speak in faith becomes a bridge between your present and your destiny, a bridge between where you are now and where I want to take you, a bridge between your current reality and the future reality I have already prepared. And this bridge isn't made of cement. It's not made of iron. It's made of faith. It's built with declarations. It's built with words of conviction. Every time you declare something in faith, you're adding another plank to this bridge. You're taking another step toward your destiny. So when I ask you to write something in the comments, it's not just any comment. It's not just to increase video engagement. It's not just for statistical purposes. It's much more than that. It's a spiritual act with real consequences. That comment you leave is a sign. It's a sign to the heavens that you're aligned with what I'm saying. It's a sign to the spiritual realm that you're in agreement with my word. It's a sign that activates things in the unseen world. That comment is a key. a key that opens spiritual locks, a key that unlocks doors that were locked, a key that releases things that were stuck. When you write with faith, you are using a powerful key. That comment is an activation. Something that was dormant awakens. Something that was still begins to move. Something that was closed opens, because words have power. Declarations move mountains, decrees change realities. And here's something wonderful. As you write, I'm working. At the very moment you type those words of faith, I'm working in the spiritual realm on your behalf. It's not after you write, it's during, it's simultaneous, it's together. As you declare, the heavens open. The instant you speak or write a declaration of faith, something happens in the heavens. An opening, a release, a movement. The heavens respond to the faith you declare. The heavens move when you act. As you believe, the atmosphere changes. The atmosphere around you, the atmosphere in your home, the atmosphere in your life. When you choose to truly believe, when you activate your genuine faith, the spiritual environment around you transforms. This is how my kingdom works. This is how things happen in the spiritual realm. It's not magic, it's not a formula, it's a principle. It's spiritual law. It's the way I've established my kingdom to operate. And I don't work passively. I don't reward those who just sit around and wait. I don't operate in the lives of those who don't take action. I respond to the action of faith. I move when I see movement. I act when I see action. If you want to see the miracle unfold, you need to act in faith. If you want to see the promise fulfilled, you need to declare it in faith. If you want to see the transformation happen, you need to participate in faith. You can't just be a spectator. You need to be an active participant. You've just made a powerful decree. Now seal that decree with your like. A like is like putting your signature on a heavenly document. It's your signature of faith. When you click, you're saying, what I have declared, I uphold. What I have believed, I confirm. Click now and seal your miracle. Don't just be a spectator in this story. Don't just watch. Don't just listen without participating. You need to be an active participant. You need to get involved. You need to act alongside me, because miracles happen when my actions and your faith are in partnership. And I want to tell you about the magnitude of this miracle that is coming. What you will receive will be so great that you won't be able to say it was your own doing. It will be so unexpected that you won't be able to explain it logically. It will be so supernatural that there will be no doubt where it came from. You will look at what happened and find no natural explanation. You will try to understand how it was possible, but you will find no answer in your efforts. You will search for a human reason, but you will not find one. Because what I am about to do is too great for you to attribute to yourself. And when people ask you how you did it, and they will, you'll have only one answer. You'll have to say, with all sincerity and conviction, this could only have been done by God. It wasn't me. It wasn't my intelligence. It wasn't my skill. It was God. And that's exactly how I want it. That's exactly my plan. I'm going to do it so clearly, so evidently, so obviously that no one will be able to question that it was me. So that everyone knows, so that everyone sees, so that everyone recognizes that I am your provider. I want everyone to understand that you don't depend on the system, that your provision doesn't come from the country's economy, that your abundance doesn't depend on market conditions, that your prosperity isn't determined by statistics and expert predictions. I want people to see that you don't depend on your resume, that your education doesn't sustain you, that your diplomas don't guarantee your financial support, that your professional background doesn't give you security. Because all of these things can fail, I want it to be clear that you don't depend on your contacts, that it's not the people you know who open doors for you, that it's not your network that guarantees you opportunities, that it's not who you know that determines how far you'll go. You depend on me. Your provision comes from me. Your security lies in me. It is through me that doors open. It is through my power that opportunities arise. And when you truly understand this, when you live in this conscious dependence, everything changes. Because I surprise those who depend on me. I do the unexpected. I bring what no one imagined. I open paths that never existed. I create opportunities out of thin air. I make resources appear from places no one suspected. And people are amazed by what I do. To those who depend on me, I lift you up. No matter how low you've fallen, no matter how deep you've sunk, no matter how broken you are, when you depend on me, I lift you up. I restore you. I put you back on your feet. And not only lift you up, I put you higher than you were before. To those who depend on me, I support them. I sustain them. I support them. I strengthen them. You don't walk alone. You don't fight alone. You don't face challenges alone. I am with you. I am by your side. I am supporting you every step of the way. For the third and final time, write the prophetic number 7777 in the comments. This third time represents the Trinity in action, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit moving together on your behalf. When you write 72777 for the third time, you activate triple fullness, complete blessing, and a perfect miracle. It is the final seal. Write it now. Now I want to remind you of some things I've done before, because what I did before, I can do again. The power I used in the past, I still have today. The miracles I performed in history, I can perform in your life now. Do you remember when I parted the sea for Moses? Those people were trapped. On one side the sea, on the other the enemy army was coming after them. There was no way out. There was no escape. It was impossible by human logic. But I parted the sea. I created a path through the impossible, and the people passed through. Just as I did with Moses, I do with you. When you're cornered, when it seems like there's no way out, when on one side is the problem and on the other is the difficulty. I open a path. I create a solution where none existed. I make the impossible happen. Do you remember when I multiplied the loaves for the disciples? There was a hungry crowd. They had only 5 loaves and 2 fish. It was ridiculously insufficient. Anyone would look at it and say it wasn't enough. But I took that little and multiplied it. Everyone ate. Everyone was satisfied, and there was still some left over. Just as I did with the disciples, I do with you. When you look at what you have and it seems ridiculously little, when you see your resources and think they won't be enough, when everything you have seems insufficient, I multiply it. I make that little amount reach for everything. I make it give and still have some left over. Do you remember when I canceled that widow's debt through the prophet? She was desperate. The creditors were going to take her children as slaves. She had nothing. She only had a jar of oil. But I told her to borrow jars and fill them all with that oil. And the oil kept flowing until it filled all the jars. She sold the oil. She paid off the debt. And she still had enough left over for her and her children to live on. Just as I did with that widow, I do with you. When debts are suffocating you, when creditors are pressuring you, when it seems you're going to lose everything, I provide. I multiply the little you have. I cancel your debts. I free you. And I still leave enough left over for you to live with dignity. These miracles aren't just ancient stories. They're not just accounts of the past. They're not just things that happened long ago to other people. They're examples of what I do. They're demonstrations of my power. They're proof of what I'm capable of. And I am the same. I have not changed. I have not lost my power. I have not grown weaker. I am the same God yesterday, today, and forever. What I was, I am. What I did, I can do again. The power I had, I still have. What I did before, I can do now. Yesterday's miracles I can repeat today. Ancient wonders I can manifest again, for my power has no expiration date. My ability does not expire. My arm has not shortened, and what I promise I fulfill. I'm not a man to lie. I don't change my mind. I don't go back on my word. What I say, I do. What I promise, I fulfill. What I decree, I establish. This is your time. This is your moment. This is your specific word. Receive it into your heart. Believe it with all your strength and share it with others, because someone else needs to know that God still works economic miracles, that He still works, that He still provides, that He still surprises. Your testimony hasn't yet appeared physically, but spiritually, it's already made. There are people who need to know that miracles still happen. Share this video now as a prophetic act. You are sharing your future testimony. When it comes true, and it will, you will have already blessed hundreds. Now I'm going to reveal the most important thing to you, how you prepare to receive what I've already sent. Because yes, the economic miracle is already on its way. It's already been released. It's already come from heaven. But you need to be ready to receive it. You need to be prepared to sustain what's coming, because it's not just about asking. Many people know how to ask. Many people know how to cry out. Many people know how to plead. But not everyone knows how to receive. Not everyone knows how to carry. Not everyone knows how to manage what they receive. So beyond asking, you need to align yourself spiritually with me. You need to align your heart with my heart. You need to align your spirit with my spirit. You need to position yourself correctly so that when the blessing comes, you can hold it. Because I don't want to give you something you'll lose later. I don't want to bless you today so you'll be in the same situation 2 years from now. I don't want to pour out provision on you only to see it all slip through your fingers because you didn't manage it well. I want to give to you in a way you can sustain. I want to bless you in a way you can multiply. I want to prosper you so that you never return to scarcity. And for that to happen, you need to be prepared from within. This is your appointed day. It's not just any day. It's not an ordinary day. It's a day marked on the celestial calendar specifically for you. It's a day with your name written on it. It's a day where the heavens open up over your life in a special way. Heaven wrote your name on this date for a specific purpose. It wasn't random. It wasn't luck. It was intentional. It was designed. It was with a clear and defined purpose. And that purpose is to make you receive everything I've prepared for you since before you were born. This word you're hearing didn't find you by accident. You didn't get here by chance. You're not watching this video by coincidence. The algorithm didn't bring you here. It wasn't a random suggestion. I brought you here. I led you here. I put this video in your path. I made you click. I made you watch. I made you get to this point because I had something to tell you, because I had a specific word for your heart, because I needed to talk to you today. This was all orchestrated from above. Since before you woke up today, I was already preparing for this moment. Since before you picked up your phone, I was already organizing this meeting. Since before you pressed play on this video, I already knew you would listen to every word up to this point. And I've brought you to this point so you can hear what I'm going to tell you now, so you can receive the instruction I'm going to give you, so you can understand what you need to do to fully prepare yourself. Because everything I've said so far is important. Every word you've heard has value. Every promise you've received is real. Every decree you've made has power. But now comes the part that will make it all fit together perfectly. Now comes the revelation that will show you exactly how you cooperate with what I'm doing, how you position yourself to receive without resistance, how you open the channel completely for the blessing to flow unhindered. So pay close attention. Don't get distracted now. Don't let your mind wander. Don't let anything distract you, because what I'm going to tell you in the next few moments is the final key. It's the missing piece. It's the secret that will make everything work perfectly. You've walked this far by faith. You believed every word. You declared every promise. You stood in agreement. And now you're about to receive the final instruction that will complete the entire process and unlock all that awaits you. Now it's time for you to understand something very important. There's a part of this miracle that only you can activate. There's a piece that only you can put in place. There's a key that only you can turn, and that key is called obedience. I'm not asking you to make impossible sacrifices. I'm not demanding that you be perfect. I'm not demanding that you never make mistakes. That's not what I expect from you. That's not what I need from you. What I need is much simpler than that. I'm calling you to walk in covenant with me, not just in promise, not just in hope, but in pact, because there's a huge difference between promise and pact. A promise is something I make for you. A pact is something we make together. A pact is an agreement. It's a commitment between two parties. It's an alliance where each has their part. I have my part and you have yours. I do what only I can do. You do what only you can do. And when the two parties come together, the impossible happens. This covenant is sealed in faith, not in doubt, not in fear, not in uncertainty. It is sealed in pure faith, in absolute trust, in unshakable certainty that what I promised I will fulfill and what you declared will manifest. And in this pact, you take a step, and I back each step with supernatural power. You move, and I move with you. You act, and I multiply your action. You obey, and I unleash my power upon that obedience. It's a partnership. It's a dance. It's a journey together. But this economic miracle I'm sending requires something from you. It requires a heart aligned with me, not a perfect heart, not a heart that never fails, but a heart that is turned toward me, a heart that seeks me, a heart that desires to please me. Because I don't want this blessing to take you away from me. I don't want you to forget who prospered you when prosperity arrives. I don't want you to stop seeking me when abundance arrives. I don't want money to take my place in your heart. I want this blessing to bring you even closer to me. I want you to remember the giver when you receive it. I want you to seek me even more when you prosper. I want abundance to make you depend on me more, not less. Because the truth is this, not everyone who receives remains. There are people I bless, and after receiving they walk away. There are people I prosper, and then they forget about me. There are people I raise up, and then they don't want to know me anymore. But you're not like those people. I know your heart. I know what you're made of. I see your true intention. I know what is deep within your soul. And that is why I chose you. That is why I set you apart. That is why I prepared this word specifically for you. You will not be one of those who receive and then walk away. You will be one of those who receive and then draw closer. You will be one of those who prosper and glorify me. You will be one of those who is blessed and blesses others in my name. You've reached the end of this powerful message. Leave your like as your final amen, confirming everything you've heard. Subscribe and activate the bell, because tomorrow there's part 2 showing how to multiply the miracle you'll receive. Don't miss it. Your economic future depends on it. Do it now. Now is the time for you to make a decision. Not just any decision, not a superficial decision, but a firm decision. A decision that will define your future. A decision that will determine whether or not everything you've heard will manifest in your life. The decision is this: you will ally yourself with me. You will make a true covenant with me. You will enter into a covenant of faith where you trust completely and I act completely, where you believe without reservation and I manifest without limits. But to make this covenant, you must give up 3 things that block the miracle. 3 things that prevent the blessing from flowing. 3 things you must get out of the way right now. First thing, let go of fear. That constant fear that it won't work. That fear that you'll fail again. That fear that this time it won't work either. This fear needs to go, because fear paralyzes. Fear blocks you. Fear prevents you from taking the steps you need to take. Second thing, let go of doubt. That doubt that keeps whispering in your mind. Is this really real? Will God do this for me? Do I deserve this? This doubt needs to be banished, because doubt weakens your faith, doubt steals your conviction, doubt makes you waver exactly when you need to stand firm. Third thing, give up complaining. That habit of complaining about everything, of always seeing the negative, of always focusing on what's wrong. This attitude of complaining needs to end, because complaining contaminates your atmosphere. Complaining attracts more negativity. Complaining closes doors that should be open. And if you do this, if you truly renounce fear, doubt, and complaining, if you truly ally yourself with me with a clean heart and firm faith, then let me tell you what I will do for you. I will open the windows of heaven over your life. Not a crack, not a small opening, but wide open, so that blessings may descend unhindered, so that provision may flow unhindered. And I will pour out blessings on you until they overflow. It won't be just enough. It won't be just enough. It will overflow. It will be more than you need. It will be more than you can use. It will be more than you can handle on your own. Your home will lack nothing. You will not lack food. You will not lack resources. You will not lack the things you need. Because when I open the windows of heaven, provision is complete. It is abundant. It is more than sufficient. You'll see provision coming from unexpected places. Money appearing from sources you never imagined. Help coming from people you didn't expect. Resources arriving in ways you've never seen before, because I have 1,000 ways to bless you, and you only know 2 or 3. Debts will be cancelled. That debt that seemed impossible to pay, that debt that was suffocating you, that bill that was keeping you up at night, it will be cancelled miraculously, supernaturally, in ways you won't even be able to explain. Contracts will appear. Opportunities that were closed will open. Doors that seemed locked will fly open. Projects that were stalled will move forward, all at the same time, all together, everything conspiring in your favor. They'll call you with proposals you thought were lost. That opportunity that passed you by, that chance you missed, that project that didn't work out, all of this will return. But in a better way, in a bigger way, in a more powerful way than before. But all of this, everything I just said, everything I promised, has a condition. A simple but powerful condition. You cannot doubt. You must believe without wavering. You must trust without question, because doubt interrupts the flow of the miracle. Doubt is like an invisible wall. You can't see it, but it's there, blocking it, impeding it, stopping what's already underway. The miracle has already come from the sky. The blessing has already been released. But if you doubt, you create a barrier that prevents it from reaching you. Therefore, I ask you. Therefore, I beseech you. Therefore, I call upon you. Do not doubt. Believe with all your heart. Trust with all your soul. Have faith with all your strength, for what I have spoken will come to pass. What I have promised will come to pass. What I have decreed will be manifested. As a final act, write in the comments, I received the word. I activated my faith. I wait for my miracle. Amen. This will be a memorial. When the miracle comes, you will reread it and say, it was that day, it was that word, it was that moment. Write it now. So believe with all your heart. Not half-heartedly, not conditionally, not with reservations. Believe completely. Believe totally, believe absolutely, because the faith that transforms is the faith without division. It is the faith that does not waver. It is the faith that does not question. Believe even though you don't yet see with your natural eyes, because what you don't see is already being formed in the spiritual world. What seems invisible is becoming visible. What seems distant is getting closer. What seems impossible is materializing. Right now, as long as you stay listening, as long as you stay connected, as long as you keep your heart open, the miracle is moving toward you. Every second that passes, it gets closer. Every minute you believe, it gets closer to manifesting. And if you feel this word like fire inside you, if something inside you is vibrating, if each phrase is touching your spirit deeply, this is no coincidence. This is no empty emotion. It is confirmation. It is my spirit bearing witness with your spirit that all of this is real. This word is not temporary. This promise has no expiration date. This decree does not expire. For I am eternal, and what I speak is eternal. What I establish remains. What I command continues to operate. And as long as you remain connected to me, this word will continue to bear fruit in your life. So every time you return to this word, every time you hear this message again, every time you reconnect with what I've told you here, you will feel the power again. You will receive strength again. You will renew your faith again, because my word is alive. It does not die. It does not grow old. It does not lose its power. And the most wonderful thing is that this word multiplies. It expands. It deepens. Every time you hear it with faith, it grows within you. Every time you receive it with an open heart, it bears more fruit. Every time you stay connected, it grows stronger in your life. What I spoke at the beginning remains true now. What I promised at the beginning remains valid at this moment. And what I decree from now on will continue to be fulfilled. For my word has no beginning or end when it enters your heart with faith. So don't abandon this word. Don't let it be just a passing experience. Keep it alive in your heart. Keep declaring what you've heard. Keep believing what I've spoken. Keep expecting what I've promised. Keep feeding on this transforming truth. Because as long as you stay connected, as long as you continue trusting, as long as you keep your faith active, the process continues. The miracle continues to move. The blessing continues to approach. And very soon you will see with your own eyes everything I've spoken about manifesting in your reality. This is a word that renews itself, that repeats itself, that confirms itself, not because it needs to be said again, but because each time you receive it, it deepens. Because each time you connect with it, new layers are revealed. Because each moment you remain steadfast in faith, the more you understand the magnitude of what I have prepared. And as you remain here, as you continue listening, as you remain in this place of encounter with me, know that there is no coincidence. Every moment is prepared. Every word is designed. Every promise is sealed especially for you.